obviously, like play calling matters um, a lot. Playmakers matter, but Sam Darnold has this issue where he makes the easy stuff look hard. You know, the check
Right.
downs just always seem the little like here, dump it off right here just always seems like why does that look so difficult? You know, like and he comes out there and he makes these boneheaded like we tried to give him the excuse, oh, it's Adam Gase. Oh, he's trying to do too much. But like the reality of it is the kid just turns the ball over. And it doesn't seem like he's progressing. He's not developing. Like I still feel like he's in year two, the way he plays. And that matters as well. No real pocket presence. Like you said, the happy feet, I
Yeah.
gotta get out of here, gotta get out. And then it just comes down to so it's a little bit of both. Because if you're not because if you have an offense like San Francisco, San Francisco's offense is built around the offense gets your receivers open. Just throw it in that window. All right, now put it in that window. Someone's gonna be there. If you have an offense that requires you to think, you don't have to throw receivers open. You're just throwing to a spot. They'll be there
Yeah.
based on the coverage. It kind of like I think that he does too much thinking, and the offense requires him to do too much thinking and too much playmaking. Someone has got to put him in a position where he doesn't have to make the play. He's just play basic quarterback football. The way that they treat Jimmy Garoppolo, the way they treat Mac Jones, that's how he needs to be treated. And he was brought into the Jets to be the savior. And he was asked, "Hey, go." And he's brought into Carolina to be the guy who can make the big plays because Teddy Bridgewater can't. And in reality, someone needs to say, "Let's slow down. Let's start at square one." And let's do this right. The problem is he's already in year four and it's about to be year five. So starting at square one in year five puts you behind 5 years. And everybody knows when you draft a quarterback and you miss Jacksonville, you miss Arizona, kind of got lucky. But when you miss, it puts you back 5 years because now you got to go be sorry again and go find another quarterback and blah, blah, blah. You know, Jacksonville missed with Blake Bortles, put them back 5 years until they finally got Trevor Lawrence, that sort of thing. And so that's where it goes back to Cleveland. If Cleveland were like, well, we're going to get rid of Baker Mayfield, well, they drafted a quarterback 3-4 years ago that now doesn't work. And now they could have done something else and found a different quarterback in these last 5 years, but instead they're starting from square one.
Yeah, so we actually had the discussion like a little bit last night, like about how certain quarterbacks fit certain systems just a lot better, right? So we actually had a question where if you took all five rookie quarterbacks right now and put them all on the same team, who would have more like a more successful season? And that is a flawed answer just because Justin Fields and like Trey Lance might fit the system better in Kansas City than a Jones or a Trevor Lawrence, right? So it's a very flawed question, and like I think if you were to put Sam Darnold on any other team that is like a quarterback away. Like if you put Sam Darnold on the Cleveland Browns, I think the Cleveland Brown or Sam Darnold is a better quarterback. We see improvement in his eyes. Does he make the Browns better? Probably not, but Sam Darnold is hands and shoulders above better than what he is now. Do you agree with that like at all? Like do you think
I
maybe he's just in a bad system, a bad situation?
Yes, I do agree with that premise. That situation matters. Again, Mac Jones is in the most perfect situation any rookie quarterback could be in. Hey, just throw it where I tell you to throw it. Defense is going to do what they need to do.
Yeah.
Just throw it where I tell you to throw it. You're good to go. Right? Justin Fields, not so much. Hey, we can't really block for you. Hey, the weapons outside, they don't really know how to incorporate Allen Robinson. They don't know how to, apparently, they don't know how to move the pocket. I don't really know what Matt Nagy's got going on.
I don't think Matt
Um,
Nagy knows what he got going on.
I don't think he knows either, right? Trevor Lawrence is in the very similar situation that Sam Darnold was put in with the Jets. Like, hey, like, there's literally nothing here but you. Hey, go play, right? But if you put them all in New Orleans with a play caller like Sean Payton, and let's just say a full healthy, with a Michael Thomas and Alvin
Right.
Kamara in New Orleans, it's a whole different ball game. Like some of these coaches just aren't geniuses the way other ones are. Jared Goff went to a Super Bowl with Sean McVay. Jared Goff made two Pro Bowls with Sean McVay. We, what we all think about Jared Goff now. Um, So it's just kind of one of those things where, like, yeah, I think that when you're a quarterback, when you're playing with Matt Rule, I don't really know what is he, offensive minded, defensive minded. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. When he was at Baylor, I mean, they played in the Big 12, so it was a lot of offense. But Carolina's best, biggest, strongest suit right now is their defense. What kind of coach is he? We don't know, but we know that he's not like one of these like gurus, one of these geniuses. And so you hope for Sam Darnold's sake that the Saints say, hey, you know what? What if we just give that Darnold kid a chance? Or you hope that because San Francisco tried to trade for him.
Right.
San Francisco offered the first round pick. The Jets said no. Um, and that was early before like it got closer to the draft. But if he was in San Francisco, I think he'd be a much better quarterback. If he was in Cleveland, like you said, it's like, hey, I got two running backs who I can hand the ball to or throw the ball to. And then if they get hurt, apparently there's two more running backs that I could do it as well. I got
and
Odell
and a
Beckham.
freaking receiver that can run for 1,000 yards, right?
Because I'll tell you what, yeah. Because I'll tell you what, Jarvis Landry ain't got no problem getting open.
No.
Odell Beckham ain't had no problem getting open. And Sam Darnold, the one thing he can do that we see Baker Mayfield for whatever reason struggle with is he can hit open receivers. I don't know why Baker seems to struggle hitting open receivers. Like there's too many clips of him having the pot and just like yeah, at first we thought it was Odell, but it's everybody. Sam Darnold can at least do that.
Yeah.
So when you say, hey, don't win it for me, just 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 focus on your specific job. Let everybody else do their job. Hey, if you're about to get sacked, just take the sack. Don't run around. Don't try to make a play. Like just you ask him to do that, and I think then he can develop into stuff. Russell Wilson stepped into a perfect situation in Seattle. That's the kind of stuff, but it starts early. It's like with a kid. I got a baby. I got a newborn baby. If I teach my kid that he gets positive reinforcement from, well, I don't have a kid, by the way, y'all. I was just trying to set up the example. If I teach my son while he is young that crying gets him what he wants, because I know it'll make him stop crying. When he turns 6, he's going to continue to cry to get what he wants. And it's going to be so much harder to change that at 6 than it was when he was young. And it's the same thing. Sam Darnold is now 4 or 5 years in. He's got a lot of these bad habits, and it's so much harder to change it. So you really have to